Night 8 p.m. Ryan and Jisoo were sitting on the floor in front of TV. They were playing a video game. Ryan was winning. The door opened. Taehyung walked in. He looked very handsome. He was wearing a dark suit, but his tie was loose. He looked tired from work. Jisoo, you're home late, Oppa. Taehyung sighing. Yeah, long day. He dropped his bag. He walked over to where you and Jisoo were sitting on the rug. He stood right behind Jisoo. He nudged her gently with his leg. Taehyung, get up, Jisoo. Move. Jisoo, what? Why I'm playing? Taehyung, not anymore. I need stress relief. He reached down and snatched the remote right out of Jisoo's hands. The smell of him was hitting Ryan. Jisoo, hey, that's rude. Taehyung, go get a snack. Jisoo rolled her eyes and walked up. Walking to the kitchen, Taehyung immediately took her spot. He sat down on the rug right next to Ryan. He sat cross-legged because the space was small. His broad shoulder bumped hard against your shoulder. Suddenly, a strong smell hit your nose. It wasn't just snow, it was a sweet, warm vanilla. It smelled delicious. He rolled up his white sleeves to his elbow. He looked at Ryan and smiled playfully. Taehyung, hi, shorty. He leaned in close. His arm was pressing against her arm. He didn't move away. He stayed close. Taehyung, ready? Try not to cry when I beat you. He start. He pressed start. Ryan could not focus on the game. She could only focus on his warm arm touching yours. The smell of vanilla making her dizzy. The game was over. Taehyung won. He threw the remote on the rug. He smiled and stretched his arms up high. His white shirt went up a little bit. Vine could see his skin. Vine looked away quickly. Her face felt hot. Taehyung, I told you, Shorty, you cannot beat me. He laughed. It was a happy sound. He turned his body toward Vine on the floor. He crossed his legs. He was sitting very close. His knees touched Vine's knee. Vine tried to move back a little bit. The smell of vanilla coming from him was very strong. It made her head feel dizzy. Vine, voice shaking. You just got lucky. Thing. Luck? No. He leaned in very close. His face was only inches from Vine's face. Vine stopped breathing. Her heart started beating very fast. Thump, thump, thump. Taehyung, it is pure talent. He did not move away. He looked at Vine's eyes, then he looked down at her lips. The room was very quiet. Vine was scared. He could hear her loud heartbeat. Slowly, Taehyung reached out his hand. He gently took a piece of hair behind Vine's ear. His warm fingers touched her neck. He kept his hand there for a moment, then whispering, your face gets very red when you lose Vine. He smiled a slow, handsome smile. Vine could not speak. She was frozen. She felt like she might say, I love you by accident. Suddenly he pulled back. He stood up and grabbed his jacket. Taehyung, I'm going to shower. I smell like work. He walked to the hallway. He looked back at Vine and winked. Taehyung, do not go home yet. Stay for dinner. After he left, you fell backward on the rug. You covered your face with your hands. Vine whispering, oh my god. He touched my neck. He thinks I'm cute. Your heart was beating so fast. It hurt. Suddenly, Jisoo walked back into the room, holding a bag of chips. Jisoo, okay, I got snacks. Where is Sehun? She looked at Vine lying on the floor. She looked at her bright red face. Jisoo, Vine, are you okay? Why is your face so red? Do you have fever? Vine sat up quickly. She patted her cheeks. Why, no, it's just hot in here, very hot. Jisoo, hot. The air conditioner is on. She looked at the empty spot where Tehing was sitting. Then she looked at you suspiciously. Jisoo, did my brother say something mean to you? Did he beat you again in game? Vine pretending to look angry. Yes, yes. He won, that is why I'm red. I'm angry because I lost. Jisoo laughed and sat down. Jisoo, don't worry, he always wins. Here, have a chip. Vine took a chip but could not eat it. She could still feel his warm fingers on her neck. Vine thinking, I'm in so much trouble. I really, really like him. Wednesday night, 9 p.m. It was the next day. It was raining very hard. Vine was standing outside her tutoring class. Vine was shivering because Vine forgot her coat. A black, expensive car pulled up. The window rolled down. It was Taehyung. He was wearing a fresh grey suit. He looked very handsome and mature. Taehyung, get in, you are getting wet. Mine got into the passenger seat. The car was warm. It smelled like leather and his vanilla cologne. Mine. Thank you for picking me up. My dad was busy. Thing driving with one hand. Don't worry about it. I was in the area. He looked over at Vine. He saw her shaking from the cold. Tim, you are freezing. Raised into the back seat, he grabbed his heavy grey suit jacket. He threw it over her lap. It was huge, it was heavy, it felt like a warm hug. Tim, wear that. Put it on. Vine put her arms into the sleeve. The jacket was so big that it covered her hands. Vine pulled it tight around her. She felt safe. She felt special. Vine thinking, he gave me his jacket. He cares about me. Her heart suddenly started beating fast. Again, thump thump. Suddenly his phone rang. It was connected to the car speaker. Caller ID. Director man. Thing pressed the button on the steering wheel. Thing, this is Kim. Director man, woman's voice. Mr. Kim, where are you? The meeting started 10 minutes ago. Everyone is waiting. Thing sighed. He looked annoyed. Thing, I know. I'm 5 minutes away. Relax. Director man, you are never late. Are you on a date? Is she pretty? She froze in her seat. She stopped breathing. She waited to hear his answer. Thing laughed. It was casual, easy laugh. Thing, a date? No, definitely not. He looked at Ryan for a second. He smiled, thinking he was being funny. Thing, I just had to pick up my little sister's friend. I'm on babysitting duty. Crack. That was the sound of heartbreaking. Babysitting duty. He did not see me as a girl. He did not see me as a date to him. I was just a job, the child he had to take care of. She felt tears in her eyes. She looked out the window so he could not say. Director man, oh, you're such a nice big brother. The call ended. Tehing looked at you. He smiled, oblivious to her pain. Tehing, sorry about that. Work is annoying. She could not speak. Her throat hurt. She pulled his jacket tighter, but now it just felt cold. Why I'm thinking I'm an idiot. I thought he liked me, but I'm just a babysitting job. The car stopped at her house. Wine took off her jacket quickly. She threw it on the seat. Wine, voice quiet. Thanks for the ride. Damn, hey, wait. She jumped out of the car. She ran inside her house and slammed the door. She slid down to her floor and crying. Wine. No more. I'll not talk to him. I'll not look at him. I need to kill this crush before it kills me. It was the morning after the babysitting comment. Vine was walking into the school. Vine looked tired because she cried all night. A familiar black car pulled up. They rolled down the window. He was dropping Jisoo off. Usually, Vine would wave. She would run to the window to say hi, Oppa, and he would smile. Today, Vine did not look. Then, bye, Jisoo. Hey, honey. He called her name. His voice was happy. He expected Vine to come over. Vine gripped her bag strap tight. Her heart hurt. Vine whispering, don't look, don't look. She walked straight past the car. She looked at the ground. She acted like she did not hear him. Taeyong froze. He walked her watch away. He took off his sunglasses. Taeyong, did she just ignore me? He felt a strange feeling in his chest. It felt like punch, and he did not like it at all. That night, 9 p.m., Vine was lying on her bed. Her phone was buzzing on the pillow. Buzz, buzz. Message from Taeyong. Are you okay? You look sad this morning. Van read it. She wanted to reply. She wanted to say, I'm fine. But she remembered his voice. I'm on babysitting duty. She put the phone face down. Ignore. Buzz, buzz. New message from Taehyung. Did I do something? Why are you not answering? She buried her face in her pillow. It was so hard. Ignoring him was harder than talking to him. Next day, the day of the party, there was a party thrown at Jisu's house, basically Taehyung's house. Mine was at a locker. Suddenly, the hallway got quiet. Taehyung was walking down the hall. He looked like a model in his formal clothes. Girls were whispering, oh my god, it is Kim Taehyung. But Taehyung was not looking at them. He was looking at Vine. He saw her at the locker. He started walking towards her. Fast. He looked angry. He wanted answers. Why was she Vine saw him coming. Her eyes went wide. Vine thinking, he's coming over, run. She slammed her locker shut, bang. She turned around and ran into the girl's bathroom before he could reach her. Thing stopped in the middle of the hallway. He watched the bathroom door swing shut. He clenched his jaw, his hands balled into fist, Thing whispering, okay, you can play this game. If you want to run, I'll catch you. Jesus' bedroom that night, 9 p.m. It was time for the party. Van was getting dressed. Usually, she wore cute, simple clothes, hoodies, and jeans. Today, she put on a red dress. It was tight. It showed her shoulder. It's not a kid dress. It was a woman dress. Just wow, Vine, you look so hot. Who are you trying to impress? Vine looking into the mirror. No one. I'm just growing up. Vine put on the red lipstick. She looked different. She looked confident. Vine thinking, tonight he'll not see a kid. He will see me, and I'll show him I don't need him.